Welcome to the dark side of this channel. Tonight, you'll hear a story that was never meant to be told, about a house, a locked room, and whispers that should never be heard. If you think your home is safe, listen carefully, because after this, you may never feel safe again. The story begins now. Normal, but still suspenseful pacing. It was an ordinary house on an ordinary street, the kind you'd pass without a second glance. But inside, behind a door that was always locked, a family concealed a secret. They didn't know what was in the room, only that their grandparents had forbidden anyone from ever opening it. They heard scratches at night, faint murmurs that sounded like pleading. Then, one evening, a child's laughter echoed from behind the locked door. They knew then that whatever was inside was no longer content to wait. The lock wouldn't hold forever. Have you ever moved into a new house and felt like something was off? That's what happened to this family. They found a charming old house on the edge of town, perfect in every way, except for one thing: a single, sealed door with no key. The mother's intuition screamed at her, a gut feeling that something was wrong, but her husband just laughed it off. "It's probably an old storage closet," he said. "Don't worry about it." But how can you not worry when the noises start? It began with faint whispers, like the wind caught in the walls. Then came the scratching, a sound like rats, but deeper, more deliberate. And it always came from behind that locked door. Ew. Their young son started acting strangely, too. He'd talk to an empty corner of the room, his eyes fixed on someone only he could see. One night, he looked up at his parents, his face pale, and whispered, "She calls me Yusuf." A chill ran down their spines. No one had ever told their son that name before. That was the final straw. Filled with a mix of frustration and fear, the father grabbed a crowbar. "I'm ending this tonight," he declared. He wedged the tool into the doorframe and pushed. With a sickening crack of splintering wood, the door flew open. But what lay beyond wasn't a room. It was a hallway. A long, dark, impossible hallway that shouldn't exist. The air turned instantly frigid, so cold it burned their lungs. The walls were smeared with old, dried handprints, a disturbing shade of rust. As the father raised his flashlight, its beam cut through the oppressive darkness and landed on a figure at the far end of the hall. It was a woman, tall and unnaturally still. Her long black hair cascaded over her face, hiding whatever was beneath. She started to move, gliding toward them without making a sound. Suddenly, the son screamed, a sound of pure terror. "Dad, don't look into her eyes." But it was too late. As if summoned by the boy's cry, the father looked up. The woman lifted her head, and from beneath the curtain of hair, two enormous, bottomless black eyes opened wide. He froze, the flashlight clattering from his hand. His body went limp, collapsing to the floor in a heap. The mother didn't hesitate. She grabbed her son and slammed the door shut, the lock clicking into place. But just before it closed, a chilling whisper slithered out from the darkness. "The room is open. It will never close again." From that night on, the scratching and whispers never stopped. The family remained, trapped in a home where the doors to the living are never truly locked, and the door to the dead is never, ever closed. Thanks for listening to this terrifying tale. If you love stories that will keep you up at night, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got plenty more darkness to share. See you next time.